Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It's time to unlock another job. This one may be a bit more PvP inspired for why I want it. But we are here in the Arcanist Guild. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It's here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. If you prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning, then your discerning intellect may find a home here at our guild. Might you consider enrolling yourself as an initiate? Yes. Aha! Just as I predicted. Before we proceed any further, however, let's first feed your appetite for knowledge with a morsel of a guild history. The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave ether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the School of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsel, Arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite. And soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to the chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merlwyb, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges, then you have but to reaffirm your commitment to joining our guild. Yes? Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild, or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Way of the Arcanist. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that introduce you to our guild master that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubraijam. I brought this on myself with being in Limsa. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Yes, I'm Thubraijam. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Muri has doubtless explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until a wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of this discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment, and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall next judge your aptitude for our discipline. Arcanist unlocked. Alright, let us cry in my inventory. Oh, great. Return. I really need to clean out my inventory. Heck yeah, I have gear of some description. Create new gear set. It is of some description that I presently have gear. Yes. Yes. My first grimoire is a hefty tome, is it not? I promise you, a grimoire's weight becomes a comforting anchor amidst the shifting seas of battle. A fact you will soon discover. In Lower Lanasia, you will find, among others, 3 species of pests: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and orelli. I ask that you employ your fledgling skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Lead the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Alright, so let's clean these off my hotbar. What level? 2. Thanks. I can't exit that way. So let's go out to... What's lower, right? Yeah, it's lower. I think it is. It is. More importantly, grab your soul grains. Summon the chocobo. For what it's worth, anyway. Wow, chocobo did like nothing. So realizing I should probably get a little bit off food. There we go. So, Summoner has gone through some weird times. Carbuncle used to be a passive, like, actually attacks entity. Now he just chills. Just waits for you to tell him what you're gonna do. That's just like some bare minimum of what's happened with Summoner here. Well, I say Summoner. I'm used to saying Summoner to Arcanist, which is, you know, I'm like, I don't think that's a hunt. No, it's a fate. It's fine. That's tempting. Nah. That's fine. Am I? I'm not even looking. Hunt log. Okay, no, these aren't even on the hunt log. Okay. Lost lambs in middle, lower. Ow. You know what? Give this a shot. Also, you see this physic button? We ignore it. It's really bad on Arcanist and Summoner. It exists for another reason. Okay, I guess because it's unbuffed, I can take this out. Cool. That's fine then. No, I didn't get out of that. Rude. Man. Carbuncle used to be good. Dragon body! Carbuncle did something! Alright. Well, apparently I don't need a 5, so I can do that. Cedarwood, which is up there? Let's go grab wind sprites for the log real quick. I'm pretty sure I have like no gear. I'm not even gonna try and check. Oh. It wants to take off my brand new ring. It's like, okay, we'll put it on, and now it's like, no, 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 you don't want to wear that. The auto, like, recommended equip is questionable sometimes. It makes decisions. Let's just put it that way. Sure, I'll Aegis myself. Aegis is just like a little magic barrier. Just fine against these guys, I guess. Alright, so that's that. Is there anything else? 6, nesting buzzard. It is up here. Like, since I'm around, I'm like trying to remember. I don't think I have to worry. No, I shouldn't have to worry about, like, I guess if I run into Sisweedle, that might be a thing. Sisweedle being A rank of the area. I'm like, no, I don't think I have to worry about aggro from any hunts here, because Crocodile can't spawn, no. I have more buttons! Let's move Gem Shine there, I think. I need to adjust my HUD. Move my trance gauge, which is now here. I think that goes there. I also got Aether Charge. Okay, so that's that one. I don't remember what these buttons are called. I don't have my hotbar. Okay, yeah, so that makes me able to summon. Let's just start writing this guy. Summon Ruby, which gives me Ruby Ruin. Yeah. Which gives me, I can use twice. Like so. And then that's it. Yeah. I'm honestly just rediscovering how this, role class works now. Cause I mean, I would joke about, oh, you know, back in my day, Summoner and Arcanist were very different. And, like, it really was. They massively overhauled the job in Endwalker. And now it's like, I'm looking at this and, like, how do I play at this level? I don't know. Oh, and also telling me about the trance gauge. And about how you can get up to 3 little... people call them Legos. I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It is with great pleasure then that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. When you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instructions. I'll be waiting. Next Arcanist quest will be available from Thubergium upon reaching level 5. Well, good news! What's in the box? Arya, isn't it? Are you eating well? Empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. Just random screenshot. I must often remind my Arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it's time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in lower Lunacia. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras, to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents. Formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. Alright, well, let's get back out to lower. Like so. And we change mounts because that one's way too big. This works. And we are, well, going up there. Oh, dodos are right here. I know I need to adjust. I don't remember how I play Summoner so little. I'm just gonna keep saying Summoner. I play Summoner / Arcanist so little that I just don't remember what my regular hotbar is. Also, you only have like 30 seconds to use both of your little Legos. Does more damage, but also it's longer cast time. Like so. And catch what it was. Oh yeah, it's like a second longer cast. Let's not accidentally bonk the level 17 enemy, thank you! 3. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 10, am I? Lower. Oh, those are in this area, aren't they? It's down there. I can probably... Okay, that should be... up here. Like so. I don't know. Just buffs my ruins for a bit. Okay. I literally feel like I'm just rediscovering what this thing does. It's been so long. Where are... They're up there, aren't they? Too big. Eh, it works. So these should be... This all counts as cedar wood, I think, right? Yeah, they're right here. Cool. Take these ones out! Oh yeah, and the ruby one actually goes up to bonk the enemy a couple times. My bonus experience! Oh hey, Adel. Yeet you up there. Which one am I targeting? Oh, here. I'm staring at like... Okay, sure. That's that. Everything... Oh, no. Lightning sprites are here too. Let's go snag those. It's down... south, though. Okay. Actually, just warping the Morbi is gonna... Or Morbi Tridoc is gonna be faster. There's the lightning spikes somewhere in here. Oh yeah, important question every time I come here. Not here. Oh, right here. Oh gosh, they're level 12. Oh hey, it's Barbastel, the B rank! This is fun. Oh no, this is no longer fun! It's the Sweetle right there! No, that's the Sweetle. Is it? I'm thinking Sweetle's Endwalker. Tehi! That's the name of it. This is fine. Except that... Oh no, the other one's over there. I have to go take it out. Or do I do this another way? Do it another way. Radiant Aegis! Ow! Chocobo? You wanna heal me? This is fine. This is called an extraction mission. This is very much an extraction mission. Hello, Fate. How are you today? Now don't turn this way, Tehi. You're bugging me. Okay. Now that's all the hunting log here. Cool. Welcome back, Arya. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we task your acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I've had several crates transported to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates and return the inspected cargo here to me. You'll be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flushing vialkin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. Cool. You had me at the flesh-eating vialkin. This is lower. No, it's middle. Aha! I can go do that hunting log now, too. I don't remember which is which, okay. Nice G-pose. Oh yeah, it's right down here. Okay, cool. Cool. Hello, flesh-eating vialkin. Don't mind me just being terrible at slide casting. What else is new? Alright. Collect the crate. But more importantly, collect the hunting log. Or collect the cutscene? I'm a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemy set against you. It's effective though your tactics were, I spy much room for improvement. As I watched your battle, the wheels in my mind whirled into motion as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see, taking into account your current level ability, factoring the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, and applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear. My calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so is past, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I'm Killia, the Melvin's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thubrajum elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? I simply do what feels right, what buttons I can press. Yeah, that. Aha! Just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. Probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, or on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool to use to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond the present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return to the Waking Sands, to the guild. I believe Mr. Subrajum is awaiting some Inspector Cargo. And with myself, I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there's no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. I'm just here like, okay, whatever you say. Alright, tough. Okay, we got some lost lambs. This is probably overkill a little bit here. I didn't know they linked. But they link. Might need 3. Cool. Show incomplete. Puck hatchling, Summerford. Which I think is... that's basically the entire middle section. Cool. Cool. I'm like, why do I see a carbuncle? Oh, there's someone else out here. Cool. Cool. Let's go with it. Bees! We run into another random A rank. And I have to do another extraction mission to get what I actually need of the pile. That's that. Okay, so that's that done. A bogey. They're down here. If I recall correctly. I don't remember what this is, just Seesaw Grotto? I don't remember if it was like anything special. I don't remember much of the lore in this area at this point, okay. It's been quite some time. 3 of these. That's 2. And... it's all of them. Cool. Through the gate. Buccaneers are here? The pirates? Yes. Oh gosh, more buttons appeared! Okay, this is fine. Fester, sleep, I'll just eat over there. I need the pirate. So Fester is this new gauge that appeared, which I need to redo head on. Ether flow gauge. And I need you. And you just basically get 2 uses. Pretty much, at least, I mean at this point you're pretty much just using it to use Fester. 3. And that should complete this set. Cool. Slower. Where are we? Middle. I'm not seeing any middles, and at this point it's gonna be higher. So now it's back to Limsa. Arya, have you returned with the cargo? Yes. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. It can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also have word from Killia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. And Oblast, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instructions she offers, particularly that which touches in the diligent approach to our art. Perhaps you notice the battered tome Killia carries? That Initiate's Grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Forseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Arya. Continue your practice with Carbuncle as Killia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. I guess I'll take the robe. I guess. Okay, you were like, I want you to wear the brand new ring. Now I don't want you to wear a brand new ring. Make up your mind. It's so awkward. Tactical planning. Yes, Arya, the time's come for your next lesson. The time for your next lesson is upon us. You're keeping well, I trust? Taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you've been following Killia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in Western Lanasia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypothesis, the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust our strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself haunting for other approaches, concern yourself with ruin in tandem with attacks from your... They didn't rewrite this. It's a time appropriate in dealing crippling blow to your opponent. Unless they're referencing the Ruby Carbuncle bit. But the regular Carbuncle no longer attacks. Wow. Yeah. Alright. Roselings. I had the screen capture up that one because I'm like, I pretty much only have ruin, other than Fester now. Otherwise, you're really just slinging ruin at this point. Like, yeah. Yeah. Sure is something alright. Hello, Ruby. Go bonk the enemy twice. Not even twice, I think it's once. Also, it's an extra second for like 14 damage. It's faster to just use Ruin. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Sad everything. Okay, back to Limsa. Welcome back, Arya. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let's ride that wave of triumph into an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Forseer Killia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Arya. Killia awaits you on the floor below with further details. So down we go. Figure this for jog. Sure is nice. You have to, of course, be on the far. Oh, you're right there. Imagine going the right direction. No, not Carbuncle. A timely appearance as I expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylstocks family. Our agent suspects the spaceman merchants are dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I've calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift in hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer a battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as Stratagem Focus Fire. You and your Carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe. Carbuncle doesn't attack. And one by one, the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the pillars in the vicinity of the cookpot in middle Lenosia. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Middle. Okay, that's just near Summerford. Cool. It's just so funny that, like, all this, like, oh yeah, you know, attack with your Carbuncle, and I'm like, Carbuncle does nothing. Until I, you know, wait to be able to Aether Charge, and then summon Ruby, and then I can do something. Well, this is a solo instance, even. Alright, tactical planning. I am Forster Killia, Melvin's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty, sneaky peekers, gobby, spit up, lantern, nosy eyes on stabby iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Arya. Remember what we discussed. Yes, focus fire. That was a little overkill. I did not need a fester there. Yeah, see, this is what Carbuncle used to do. Look at her cheating here. With a Carbuncle that actually does anything. Yeah, that's what Carbuncle used to do. Like, actual attacks? No, we don't get that anymore. Nope. Carbuncle just sits here. Like a Carbuncle. Doing nothing. As I stand in the bomb toss, because I stood in bomb toss. Avoiding bomb blast is your priority. Fine. Okay, from here, I guess so. Your combat style gives me an idea. Must formulate a new tactic. Battlefield is yours. Excuse me. Your Carbuncle was actually doing something! Come back! My Carbuncle is a bump on the lot! Doing nothing! I don't have Choco anymore. Oh hey, duty complete. Yay. Ow. Like that. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved Guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the ability of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your weaknesses or playing to your strengths or showing up your weaknesses? Enhancing my strengths. Oh, again, you responded to Guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability of your potential to attain greatness to 97%. you are one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make a report to Mrs. Thuperheim. Until next we meet. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Alright, back to Limsa. Not to my house, to Limsa. I don't want to play with a level 17 enemy. Thanks. Back from the field, Kilia contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture of knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. I'll take the boots. I guess. You'd think they'd give me some pants at some point, but no. No pants for me. Well, I'm going to level up more, and then I'll be back here sometime. It'll be soon for y'all, not for me. So I level up more, and also get my rest experience back. Alright, let's get back to a few more levels acquired, so we can just power on through this. Topaz teachings. You seem tired, Arya. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Forcio Kilia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Forcier will explain the situation. Okay, let's sprint on down, because apparently I didn't sprint earlier, so they didn't have to jog. And see what they want. It's over here, right? I went the right way? I went the right way! I did it. I was beginning to think I miscalculated, Arya. Thank you for coming. I will soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Mince's ports are subject to inspection by Melvin's gate assessors. It is a routine I perform daily. Also, the voices might be different. It's been a few days since I started this, so I don't remember them. In the case of smugglers, however, there is a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Okay. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Thuperheim and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments to my tactical formulae. Alright, well, that was easy. Nice and easy quest. We take those, right? Oh, I can sprint again. Cool. Cool. Let's sprint. You have agreed to accompany the Forcier, then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Or, you know, should I have the light go to use it? Over the rails. The mercenaries Gitzfrin and Arstota are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Kilia during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Arya. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting troubles, but as long as we follow the Forcier's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Aleport. We will meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For small parties such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. I call this stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into desired reality. Keep those words in mind, Arya. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of Aleport. Alright, Aleport it is. Let us be about our task, Arya. Pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Alright, that's sounding like I need to go back over here. Hello. You're with the folks at Melvin's Gate. Oh, hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Look at that guy using abilities he can't even use anymore. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the land of the boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. Wait, by the landing boat for a solo instance. Oh, I need to move Carbuncle. Aha! I did it in the little bar. Solo instance. Deftly handled, Arya. Once again, I'm reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we will be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Aristota, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, their arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ a stratagem, Hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy at time so that the suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? I am for Sir Kiliev. By the authority of Melvin's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now your timing couldn't be worse. Last, the old door's all rusted up. You see, bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we fix the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering Port of Limswell Minsa is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? Oh, lads, I reckon it's time our guest Adam Zell's a little accident. Pitch him over the side. I'm not fond of accents of tea, so I think I will pass, actually. Wow, I just failed. Wait, really? L versus 26. This is rude. This is so cruel. I don't even get emerald. Oh my gosh. Give me my levels back. Overkill, but hey. Alright, Topaz Carbuncle, aka eventually Titan. No. With the special. The Carbuncle portion of Arcanist Summoner is kinda samey now, I guess. Nothing real special about him. Oh gosh, that one voice. That one Miko voice. Anyone else? Okay, well, I guess that's the whole duty. Cool. A masterful display, Arya. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Oof! What have we here? It's one bitch Admiral Lapdot scheme from Belme's ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where they ain't invited. No, it can't be. Recognize me pretty face, did ya? You were caught, exiled. Forcier, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back! Stay away from me! Forcier, please calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering. I'm certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson. Kill ya! Nafika, preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Arya, quickly back to the boat. We'll carry the Forcier. Ah, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curse. Where are we? Oh. I'm like, where are we at? Oh. Back to the Arcanist Guild. Got it. It is good to see you well, Arya. Gisfriend sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dozmaga? He was exiled from Linsalomenta some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once more he dares lay hand on Forcier Kilia. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Dozmaga was aboard that ship, I never would have signed her that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Kilia, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurts into her mind. You are concerned, angry, mayhap? Harness that energy, channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Oh. Back to just taking bronze pieces. Pincer, maneuver. Greetings, Arya. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this. It's because it seems that Kilia does not. The Forcier has been missing since this morning. There have been other times where she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that was not the case today. Were the Guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanum are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. While I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley. It is not uncommon for Kilia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Alright. How far? I can take the Ethernet there. Slightly faster, I think. If I click, the right location would be a good start. You see Mikote Age in the Maelvin's Gate? Why, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. Sister was drilling me for details about a Kakiran smuggling ring based in Aleport. The soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, ask Justy Speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Now that sounds like I'm gonna go up there. Fine. Marauders Guild? Yes, Marauders Guild. Forcier Kilia. Yes, we brought her in for our questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dozmaga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forcier was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dozmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Linsalomenta for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. Now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we'd hope to borrow the knowledge of Forcier Kilia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves, instead, providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forcier Kilia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild? Not this back and forth thing again. Arcanist Guild. And in we go. Back already? You're led to believe she returned here. I'm afraid not. So Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dozmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dozmaga's banishment was a result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among those prisoners was a young Mikote destined for some black market auction block. Though Kelly was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful gaze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the selfsame tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Kilia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a Kakiran merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market because the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It's entirely possible that the Forcier's most prized possession was caught up in Kakiran's salvage net. I have no doubt now that Kilia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Arya. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Yes. Combat Pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll need Have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Arya, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that this trader who salvaged the Morningstar's jettison cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. The Minton law and the policies of the Maelven's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies I possess, and I count you as one of them, Arya. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress ffxiv has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oshon's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Kakiran. Also, if I actually have the right map open? Wait. That's way over there! Fine. Hey, Alpha! You finally decided to show up here, huh? Yay! A little wave. Greetings, Arya. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust? We need not wait for Kilia's arrival. Once the Kakiran appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. The pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Kakiran is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention, but do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter. They are willing to turn a blind eye for Kilia's sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now, let's take up our positions and wait for the Kakiran to arrive. Another solo instance! Yay! Is it... No, maybe it's high enough to have emerald this time. It is! Filthy ambushers! They want Kiki and Sparklies! Ambush them back! Your foul trade is a bland implement to surrender your goods at once. Unfortunately, this is still too low to actually get out first. It's a shame. Topaz. Oh, I see. That's what Topaz has going for it. Chance to inflict damage down. Got it. Oh, that's only if you're taking damage. Okay. Right. Otherwise, Topaz is just a different emerald. Right. Okay. Oh, there's like so many over here. What the heck? Why are there like 2,000 over here? Okay, maybe not 2,000. What the heck? There's still so many! No! Be late for business! This business is bad for you! This business is bad for you! A little lone mage can wreak untold havoc. Oh, I was gonna say this one. Focus your attacks on the thaumaturge first. I'm just honestly tab targeting. I'll be on. Like, I'm not focusing anything. I'm tab targeting. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, look at that Topaz actually being useful. That appears to be the last of them. Now to find the Foreseer's grimoire. Like that bit that's shining there. right there. And they're just walking over the walls. It took a second to recognize, oh, you got the grimoire, we can end the duty now. Also, I had to, oh, whatever, it's on that tab anyway. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Arya, pray hand over the tome. Not too worried for the chat cover, it's just on that tab. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo the ravages of seawater. I've never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He's right, Erslota. You must allow Killia time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Arya. It is time we return to the guild as well. Well, you could have at least teleported me there. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Killia beheld her soaked in tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanima. Let's grab those bronze pieces. Grimoire? A Fandango. Have you come to ask about Killia's condition? The Forestier is unchanged. She walks about as if all the joy in life has been leached from her soul. I believe the only one who can help her now is the same person who broke Killia out of her shell the first time, our absent guildmaster. And though I am leery of the coincidence, the man himself has at long last been spotted. Should you seek out his last known location, it is unlikely he will still be there. And even should you catch him, he may not deign to speak with you. Nevertheless, this may be our only chance. Pray travel in Mimir Ruins trading post in Upper Lanasia and speak with anyone who might have seen the guildmaster. Oh, one more thing. Though he prefers us not to use it for some inexplicable reason, our leader's name is Kritia. Local... I'm back there. I'm like, hey, we're at Mimi Room, like, where's person? Oh. More, miss. I was the one who sent word to your guild about spotting your leader. It's a rare sight to see Kritia roaming about. He asked me the way the Leos. It could be he was seeking to speak with a scholar who lives out there. Alright, and that is... I think... I have, like, a vague idea of what this... how this area goes. Actually in here? It is. Okay. Hello there. Yes, I did receive a visit from a gentleman identifying himself as the Arcanist Guildmaster. An odd fellow, but obviously possessed of a well-rounded education. As it so happens, he bid me pass on a message to anyone who came searching for him. Reunited, the 3 slips of parchment hold the problem to the solution. The Guildmaster mentioned that the slips of parchment are concealed among the bones of Thaleos. I suppose you are expected to search for them? That sounds like going up here. So it's like being stuck amongst a bunch of enemies that can actually still attack me. Cool. Cool. Oh, I was like, nah, it's like this something more. No, it's just a snowmobile. It's fine. How's that one? Gosh, imagine doing this without flight. Just imagine. I have to just jump down here and pray, I guess, to get this one. And be sad because I don't know if there's a way back. Easy way back up. I guess you could jump on the bones and maybe crawl up that way. Oh. You are right there. Fine. Hidden parchment. Don't you turn around and face me. Back to Tonga, who is back down here. Thankfully, I don't think Nandi's currently available to spawn, so I don't have to worry about him eating my face. Have you tracked down those 3 slips of parchment? Interesting. They actually exist. To be perfectly honest, I thought you had been sent on a wild dodo chase. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Well, well, pen in ancient Allegan, no less. Fortunately for you, I have a passing familiarity with the script. Seek the box at Fool Falls. Dance a jig for your wooden audience. Claim the secret from the opened heart. Most cryptic set of instructions, I must say. Do you intend to follow them? This guildmaster of yours certainly enjoys his games. Oh, it's way back there. Fine. Any goodies back here? No. 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 Okay. Old wooden box. Dance before the box. My silly little dance. Box rattles and thumps about as if something within seeks to be freed. It appears the lid has been loosened somewhat. And open the box. And get attacked by the box. Oh, I can outburst now. Maybe. Not really. Well, though. Maybe I shut down the discharge there. As we were? Hi? I was like, I can't target the box to open it, game. Find a slip of parchment inside the box. If there are answers you would seek, then to the trading post go. Before the owner, do be not meek. With your 2 feet, provide a show. Alright. Time to dance from Mimi Room. Apparently I was just trying to skip steps without even knowing it. Because I was like, oh, walk up to the Mimi Room. Wait, no, I don't need him right now, do I? Alright. Dance! Like your life depends on it. This is a fate. There's no long... well... there is still fate, but... ah, now that was most entertaining. I must have something to amuse me during these little jaunts back to civilization, you understand. Based on my evaluation of your abilities, however, I calculated that you would arrive at this point somewhat earlier. You balked at the dancing, didn't you? No, I balked at the fact that wouldn't let me open the box. Never expected you to be so shy. Another variable to add to your list of characteristics. I keep extensive mental notes on all the guild members, you see. As an Arcanist, it was a simple matter to engineer events so that I might meet you face to face. After all, strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. And I do so enjoy seeing others dance in the palm of my hand, as it were. Here, you may have this. Think of it as payment for your performance. Well, you might consider passing the time on to Kilia. That is the reason you sought me out, was it not? Before you give Kilia the Grimoire, however, I must insist that you dance for her. I will know if you don't. Oh, this banal interaction has simply exhausted me. It is time I return to my studies. You, on the other hand, should travel forthwith to the anchor yard in Limpsalaminsa. Be well, Arya. We shall meet again. I am 100% certain of it. My mind is ordinarily a whirlwind of probabilities and feints and counterattacks, but now there is naught but silence. This is how it once used to be, and perhaps how it will always be from now on. But what if I dance for you? Were you always one for dancing? I don't recall any such... you must have met with the guildmaster, haven't you? Yes. That would explain your odd behavior. He does so enjoy seeing people perform an unexpected acts of frivolity. But what could have spurred our reticent guildmaster to speak with you in person? How about this? He gave you this grimoire to give to me? Uncanny. It is identical to the tome I received the first time I ever met our leader. You have my thanks, Arya. The Guildmaster is fond of games and mischief, and I understand the troublesome trials he likely put you through before deeming you worthy of his attention. With this gift, however, his message to me is abundantly clear. I am to shape reality into the one I desire. And that means defeating Dozmaga. Gods, my mind is alive again with strategies. I must have time to think. Pray for Mrs. Thobrogime of my return to duty. Kilia's recovered from her despondency. This is wonderful news, and we have you to thank for it. It's unfortunate, however, that both Kilia and their guildmaster possess of such impenetrable personalities, but at least in the case of the Foreseer, we have an inkling as to the nature of the cage that imprisons her. I continue to hope that her partnership with you shall gradually pry those bars apart. Return to your training, Arya, and prepare yourself for the demanding tactics Kilia is sure to formulate in the days ahead. Ooh. Sinking Dozmaga. I've been expecting you, Arya. As ever, Kilia's predictions prove accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. Yellow Jackets have contacted us with word of Dozmaga. It appears this merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumor has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It'll be some time before he returns once more to Limslominsa. If we pass up this opportunity, Kilia will lose her chance to settle the score with Dozmaga, and we risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into blackest melancholy. Simply getting close enough to Dozmaga will prove difficult. Kilia has, however, already formulated a solution and has set her grand strategy into motion. Your first task in this undertaking is to travel the coast of Del Sol and deliver this set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Rilzern. More instructions will be forthcoming. Coast of Del Sol it is. I shall make my way there. Let's see. Make sure I'll be important notifications on my phone. It's always a good day when you're regularly getting the alpha mount. Okay. It's like, is there something on the ground? No. I mean, there is, but nothing important. What is it you want, lass? As you can see, I'm meandsable with me fishing. Ah, thanks for that. I've been told to expect you. Here to take one of me here and deliver it to the cook Opilona. Alright. Back into Costa del Sol. Somewhere in here. Right there. Yes, and how might I help you? Master Gigi Rouge was expecting his midday meal any moment now. Carbuncle on the counter. The fresh herring. Why, the master does enjoy a bit of broiled fish of an afternoon. Broiled fish of an afternoon. This might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. Well, you have earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your Arcanist colleague was quite insistent you take the pie to Master G.J. Rozier, rather than scoff it down yourself. Back over here. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear madam? Such a heavenly aroma. Are you perchance carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of ponderous, well, I was speaking of it at least. I have a hefty purse of guilt to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. One moment, if you will. I've been instructed by a Malvin's Gate assessor to hand over this message to whoever delivers an eel pie to Master Gigi Rouge. Take the purse you received from Master Gigi Rouge and hand it to the dancer Ealdgaith as she prepares to return home. Kilia. For this being such an urgent matter, we sure are running around a lot. Yes, if you're looking for a dancer, then I would first see your coin. I have 3 children to feed. No time to waste on idle chat. Oh my, that is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. And such a simple job as well. I was told to expect you, you see. In return for the coin, I'm to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Mikote friend, and the pareo is from me. That last I am here delivered to Drago, the warehouse foreman. Oh my gosh. Running around everywhere. Imagine this without flight. Because that was once a reality. Those were dark times. I ain't got time for you, for the likes of you. If I don't get me work squared away soon, I might as well have me head on the bike. You got something for me, you say? Hey now, ain't this Ilgus Pareo? Now Mikote last said someone would be bringing me a gift what I couldn't refuse and stick me with a pitchfork if she weren't telling the God's own truth. Here, you're supposed to have this bottle of wine. Take that to the Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors with a drink in there. That's what she told me to tell you, Anira. I'd watch me back if I was you, though, lass. Them sailors and the meanest bunch of cutthroats I ever did see. Back into Costa we go. Right over here. You want me to taste your wine, eh? Well, no, I want to pass up free grog. Limlin's tits! Now that's a bloody fine drop! If we ship this stuff to the East, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back in the morning, start the cabin. We'll have to have a word with you. Okay. As a good lass, and as for you, Miss Dancer, you're sticking close to old Hurskrat. It gets damn cold on them long sea voyages. Shh. We'll talk later. Alright, now to find what point of coastal I'm supposed to go to next. I think it's back here. Looks like it's back here where the, that solo instance marker currently is sitting. That would be a good sign of it. You ready then? We'll be off as soon as the boat's loaded. A fine grog and a fine woman have got me pleased with this haul. Pray do not stare so. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. I will take that satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. Hey, what mischiefs are you two about? I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be down to yourself warm once we get on the ship, lass. You better slip off that rowdy road before you meet the captain. Of course, of course. I'll be happy to show him the performance of the weights. Bitch Admiral's lapdog! Had come back for the lesson, have ya? It is I who shall be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Enough this damn yapping, by the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. Hello again, mouse. I guess if we stay in the circle, I get... Oh, let's see all the other stuff. Magic Circle grants the effect of vulnerability down. Arya, the Xiaomi return the tides of battle. Oh, what I see is me sitting here. Get over here, by the way. Why are you over there? Why are you all over there? Worthless, let's keyhole the lot of you. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have all of them on me. Sure be nice to have Topaz Carbuncle properly back now. 1 minute. Okay, yeah, maybe all of them on me was a mistake. What are you just standing there for? Okay. You red little girl! Our numbers matter not. It is a strategy that will win this battle. Prepare yourself, Dozmaga. With your defeat, will I cast off the shackles you closed on my soul. You think so, eh? You think your fancy magics are a match for my blade? You've got another thing coming. Bah! Bah! Your brutalized crew is not for the cast, Dozmaga. Oh. Going back here, huh? Oh, because that only lasts for 30 seconds and you have to walk back in. Okay. Why is Topaz just chilling there? I cannot... Can I actually see through this? Be good enough. Do that. And... So you can't feel you describe me acts of Garby pretty plans into bloody ruin. Will it though? I'm kind of just wrecking her face right now. Like so. Like so. Dozmaga now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Obvious. His next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling me strings, do you? Think I'll dance to your tune? Well, I'm falling for your bloody tricks. It is at this moment he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon my explicit instructions to Rilzern. You were a fool to return, Dozmaga. I heard you're fond of shackles, so we brought you a special especially for you. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you, Arya. This strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which suggests that my tactics yet require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand where my calculations went awry. It is not enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guildmaster. Pray convey to Mistress Thorbergy my fondest wishes and my appreciation for all that she has done for me. The true test of my strategies now begins. Oh, that's pretty. Welcome back, Arya. There is much I would ask you, but first, may I have the statue you retrieved during your assignment? Can't target anything. Here you go. The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now let's speak of Kilia. I am glad to know that she has finally freed herself to pursue her heart's desire. And you are to thank for awakening the Foreseer to her self-imposed feathers. The brilliance of Kilia's strategy served to blind her to her own feelings, and it pained me to see her suffer so. Your example may even encourage Kilia to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessive Arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they'll develop. It may very well be that your actions in bringing them together will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention in the art of Arcanima. You too should look to the improvement of your You too should look to the improvement of your discipline if you are to keep pace with all that is certain to follow. To that end, I offer you a new technique, one I pray allows you to more readily drive back your foes on the battlefield. I guess I can just grab this armor. Sure, why not? Ruin 2 learned. And first thing to note, there are 2 quests sitting here. Because Arcanist splits into Summoner and Scholar. However, it defaults to Summoner, actually. Because this is actually a Scholar NPC. So, we will look at all that. Scholar will probably be a while. look at that another time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. And, excuse me, until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!